Welcome to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour, a daily focus on late-breaking news on business opportunities and economic development in South Florida, featuring the movers and shakers of our community. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Good morning, everyone. This is Pete De La Torre, and welcome once again to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour. We are live from Miami, Florida on 880 AM The Biz, the only all-business radio station in Miami, and heard around the world on 880thebiz.com. This program is about making business happen. Thanks to all of you that are with us every day, and a big welcome to all the new listeners. And we are blessed with every day with new listeners, new professionals that are tuning in to what we talk about. Of course, we do this Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 a.m., and it is about business opportunities, economic development. Today's program is sponsored by FIU College of Business, Bank United, History Miami, and Colfax Credit Insurance. The phone number, if you have any questions or comments for my guest or myself, is 305-541-2350. And, of course, this week we are celebrating Small Business Week all around the country. It is a week to celebrate what is truly our economic driver. Small businesses today and have always produced the highest number of jobs in the country. And if you've heard me in the past, you know that we are bullish on entrepreneurship and innovation. And a week like this, where we celebrate small business around the country, is something that I believe, and hopefully we can do this more often. And maybe the next step is having a small business month. We'll think about that. All right, today we have our next FIU segment, of course, FIU College of Business. It is a great partner of the program, and we're very happy with the collaboration that we have. And today, speaking on behalf of FIU, is Dr. Marc Weinstein. He is a professor from the Department of Management and International Business at FIU. And we're going to get to learn more about the program that he's involved with and the opportunities that are available out there for many of you that are possibly looking at a career change. And he's going to share with you what they're doing with their master's program in human resources. Right after that, we're bringing back a very good friend of mine with an amazing organization, Nick Silverio, Safe Haven for Newborns. He has a first-time ever walk this coming Saturday morning at Olito River Park in North Miami Beach, and we're going to have Nick on the line and another fantastic fundraiser this evening at Smith & Wollensky. And, of course, back once again, Sally Villalba, who is our executive coach, and she's going to give us another one of her world-famous Sally's Biz Tips. She's going to continue talking about the 10 keys to a successful business plan. So, as you can tell, my friends, lots to talk about. We're going to open it up now with Dr. Marc Weinstein. Welcome back to the show, my friend. How are you?
I'm glad to be here.
And I tell you, we had conversation off air before we started about the continuing explosion and growth of FIU and so many different areas. And today it's the 7th largest university in the country.
That's right, and in a few years we'll certainly climb those ranks.
And the thing about all of this, and it's not by accident, it is by design.
It is by design, and it really defies gravity, because at the same time that we're growing, our test scores of our incoming students is increasing. And so when I first heard about the growth plans, I was somewhat skeptical, but indeed, both President Medique and President Rosenberg, knew what they were doing.
And it is truly an international university because, as we were talking before, Miami and South Florida is a very unique market. It is the ultimate melting pot. We have people coming from all over the country and all over the world here. And with FIU being the leader, I believe, along with maybe one other university here, is really setting the bar.
That's right, and it's international not just in terms of our students, but also in terms of our faculty. We recruit internationally. It's an international market for faculty, so we draw the best people from around the world.
Let me share just for the next minute, a little bit about Dr. Weinstein. He is a clinical professor of management at the Chapman Graduate School of Business at Florida International University. He teaches in the traditional and online Master of Science programs in Human Resource Management at FIU. Dr. Weinstein's research is widely published, and he's received grant support for his research from a variety of private foundations and government agencies. He is a director of college relations for the Greater Miami Society for Human Resource Management and is the faculty advisor for the FIU Student Chapter of the Society for Human Resource Management. Dr. Weinstein received his Ph.D. from the Sloan School of Management in Massachusetts Institute of Technology, belovedly known as MIT.
That's right.
And he has had previous appointments at Case Western Reserve University and the University of Oregon. To say that you have an amazing background in education is an understatement. Congratulations.
I've been very privileged.
Tell us a little bit about the program that you're running.
This is an exciting program, and so much credit is really due to my senior colleagues who designed it about 15 years ago. But what we have is a full-fledged master's program that students can complete in 12 months. And we have two versions of the program. We have a program that meets face-to-face every Saturday. We have 6 mini-terms over a course of 48 weeks. And every 8 weeks, the students take new classes. It's a cohort group. And then simultaneous with that, we have an online program. And what's really interesting about our online program, it's not watered down. It's the same faculty who teach in our daytime program. And it's been very successful. Unlike some online programs where you might not know who's on the other side of the computer screen, you can always contact our faculty if you take a course online. And we have one cohort, both for the online program and the face-to-face program, that begins in August. And then we accept a second cohort to begin in January.
We have a lot of people tuning into the program that are in a crossroads in their careers, professions, and they're looking at, what can I do next? What are the opportunities that are out there? Why would you think, well, I know you'll be bullish on it, and I think I know what your answer is going to be, but why should they consider a career in HR?
Well, human resource management is really a great field for individuals who have good business acumen, and we emphasize the importance of understanding how businesses operate, but at the same time feel that they want to have work in which they, on a daily basis, are interacting with other individuals, other employees, internal clients of the companies. And we have individuals in our program who have just graduated, and they're entering HR. We have individuals who have been professional human resource managers for a number of years and feel that they need more formal education. And then, as you mentioned, we have individuals who are retiring from the military or looking for a career transition. Maybe they've done something like this in their work, and this is a great way to not only get a master's degree, but also to prepare for the certification exams, which have become standard in the field.
What are your competitive advantages? Because I know there's a lot of other universities offering these types of programs.
Well, I could think
what makes FIU so special?
Well, I could think of three things. One is that at this point we have locally and nationally hundreds of graduates, and this is a great alumni network. And what I emphasize to students is, come to the Greater Miami SURE meetings with me, meet people locally. But at the end of the day, our graduates know how strong our program is, and they're eager to recruit. Another great advantage is that you can complete the program full-time, working full-time. It's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. You'll be working 40 hours a week, plus in your day job, plus that number of hours.
And 60 hours during the week studying.
That's right. But, who needs to sleep for a year? And then finally,
I can think of a few people.
and then I am just so impressed with my colleagues. As you mentioned, I've been privileged to go to MIT. I did my undergraduate degree at UC Berkeley. And when I first came to Miami, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I am just so impressed. The faculty are here by choice. Our faculty could teach in various prestigious universities around the country, and they have chosen to be at FIU. And we have done a great job of recruiting world-class faculty from around the country.
If anyone has been out in the West State area recently, right around 8th Street and 107th to 114th Avenue, the cranes are up, the buildings are going up. It's nonstop.
When I come
it
back,
almost looks like downtown Miami with all the construction. It's just That's the beauty of what's going on there.
I tell you, if I am away on a research trip for a couple of weeks and I return
a
to
new
campus,
building is up,
a new
right?
building is up, and the profile of the campus is different.
Now, what should someone consider in terms of, they go through the program, they get their master's. What then after that?
Well, I think it's really important for people to recognize that, developing skills is a lifetime endeavor. And what we try to do with a master's program is give people very, very strong intellectual foundation so that they can continue to learn throughout a lifetime. Mm-hmm. And you do not just simply get a master's degree and you're done at the age of 25 or 26 or 40 or 45. You continue to credential. The world is very dynamic. The business world is very dynamic, and individuals have to have a capacity to continue to learn. And so we provide the intellectual foundation on which this continuous learning could go on. And then we also have various executive education programs, certification programs, and such that people can keep up to date because, as you know, business law continuously changes.
Well, what's in the many conversations I've had with a lot of your colleagues. They specialize in a particular area, but in today's world, if you're going to be successful, professional entrepreneur, you have to have a good idea on a multitude of levels. It isn't just tunnel and this is all I know, and you've got to have certain basic fundamentals, financials. Just Sally's going to talk about business plans, and FIU is about entrepreneurship.
It is. And many of our students enter the program because they have fallen into an HR role. They started with a very small business. The business has grown. Once a company gets above a certain number of individuals, you need to have someone fully dedicated to HR. So we have individuals who maybe entered a business not really intending to do HR, but now this business has grown and they need to professionalize. And so they come to us, they get their master's degree,
sure,
and they help build their companies.
Quickly, we have a minute or two left. What are the demographics of the students in this program?
Well, as you mentioned, FIU is big,
yes,
and it's diverse, and that's one of our strengths, and that's certainly reflected in our class. So we have individuals ranging in age from 23 through 50, sometimes over 50. We have individuals who are currently in the military, completing it. We have individuals who have come here specifically to Miami to study at FIU from overseas. So we have students from China. We've had a number of students from the Middle East. I would say that in a typical entering class of 30, which is the size of a cohort, we'll have probably about one-third of the students who are international students. Nearly everyone speaks more than one language. Mm-hmm. The very broad range of ages and experience levels.
Well, it's the more I speak to you and your colleagues, the more I'm impressed with the focus of the university, and I think what's really important here, it's yes, you get your master's, you get your bachelor's, you get your Ph.D., but it's FIU goes beyond that. It's like, okay, now you're getting into the real world.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about what you need to be aware of, and these are the areas that you need to consider.
And we have you mentioned new buildings. We have a brand new business building coming up. We're opening in a couple months called the Mango, and we have a whole human resource center that is going to be in this new building.
I like the name, the Mango. Is that an acronym for, or just?
That's a good question.
We need to find out. Now you got me thinking there. Dr. Weinstein, this has been terrific. I really, really appreciate you coming out today, and again, we're thrilled to have FIU as a great partner of the program. For the listeners that are out there and they want to find out more information, how should they go about it?
Very simple. Simply business.fiu.edu, or you could call Paula Bernal at 305-348-5945, or simply business.fiu.edu.
Couldn't be any more easy, right?
That's right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, and continue your good work with the college.
Thank you. I look forward to being back one day.
All right, take care. All right, we're going to go to our first break of the program, but on the other side of that, we are bringing on Nick Silverio. You talk about a gentleman that's taken his life and has made an enormous difference. You're going to hear his story now, and a big event happening Saturday morning on the here in actually North Miami Beach. So Nick Silverio, a safe haven for newborns, will be with us. And a little bit later on, Sally's Biz Tips 10 keys to a successful business plan. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
Welcome back to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz, the only all-business radio station in Miami, Florida. And we're also heard around the world on 880thebiz.com. The phone number is 305-541-2350. If you have questions or comments for any of my guests or myself, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All right, on the line now, we have a gentleman who is, you talk about someone that is poured out his heart to help others. And we've had him on before. We had him on a couple of weeks ago. He has a very important event coming up, a big fundraiser this Saturday at Oleta River Park in North Miami Beach. And that is Nick Silverio. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Pete. How are you?
I'm doing great, buddy. You are, again, you're in your countdown now, aren't you? Like 48 hours away?
We are. Yes, we are, and we're looking forward to it. We're all excited about having our first walk.
Now, how's it looking?
It's looking good. We're going there, and they're going to participate. We're going to have some of the moms that have adopted babies with the Safe Haven babies there. So we're really enthused, and the park has been very, very helpful to us, and we're all excited.
We have a lot of new listeners joining us every day, and very briefly, Nick, what is the Safe Haven for Newborns all about?
Safe Haven is all about this. If a girl or a woman is hiding a pregnancy, don't know what to do, they were very often programmed before they reach the crisis stage to get them help in the community in which they live. If we're not able to do that, then then they can place the baby in the Safe Haven program, which allows them to, in safety with the fire department, staff fire department, or hospital, no questions asked. The baby is then placed with a loving family.
And how long has the organization been around?
We've been around since 2001, and we operate in all 67 counties in the state. Everybody's a volunteer. We got public awareness programs around the state. We're going to have some billboards pretty soon. We have a 24/7 helpline. We get about 7 or 8 calls per day from all over the state, and we're able to help the moms. So we've gotten calls from girls as young as 13 and as old as 41.
We've got one of your hardest working volunteers with us in the studio who has really, and I really admire her dedication because of of everything that you're doing there. And I think you might know her, Sally Villalba.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Nick for a second there.
All right. Anyway, Sally, tell us a little bit about, your involvement with the Safe Haven.
Well, we're organizing our first annual walk. We're planning on doing this on an ongoing basis every year. And we're very excited to have fellow walkers to join us on behalf of Safe Haven. And the cause is amazing for saving babies. I mean, it's about saving lives, really. And we have a lot of people supporting us. We have sponsors. We have an event tonight.
Yes.
Which you're going to talk about. And it's about the babies. It's about saving lives. It's about joining. It's about a cause. And Nick has put his life on hold to do this. And it's just wonderful to see him work so hard and to gather a wonderful, wonderful group of individuals like Norris, Maria Angelica, Connie, Kathy. I mean, there's so many that have put their sweat to gathering and making a success out of this event on Saturday. Please join us. It's Saturday at Alito River. It starts. The walk starts at 8:30, but we would like to have you early enough to register.
And we got Nick back. I apologize, Nick. We lost you there for a second.
Yeah. And it starts at
Sir,
7:30.
welcome back.
Hi,
Had
Sally,
to fill in
thank you
for
so
you.
much. You're a gem, and you said it correctly. Nothing can happen with just one person. It takes everybody to work together, and I'm so blessed that you're part of what we do.
Well, Nick, again, I admire your work. There's so many different organizations, charitable organizations in town. They all got a great cause. But you know something? What you're doing is truly, truly making a difference. It's you have real information, and you're helping these moms and be able to move on and help these newborns have a life. I mean, it can't get more simple than that.
It can't. And what's more important than saving a life? And the idea is we're all here for a purpose, and we need to make a difference. And the community needs to come together to help these moms to be able to have a better life as well. And these kids now have a future. Maybe the President of the United States, a Supreme Court Justice.
Yeah, we're having a little bit. We're trying to hear as best we can, Nick. The cell phone connection is not there, but we'll get through this. Tell us a little bit about the fundraiser tonight at Smith & Wolinski.
Well, Smith & Wolinski is a wonderful organization, as everybody knows. It's a great location. They are sponsoring an event for us at Smith & Wolinski. It's $50 for entry. And there's food and drinks, and there's going to be a video and a presentation there. So and all the people, everybody's invited to come.
Smith & Wolinski, of course, the famous Smith & Wolinski in Miami Beach by South Point Park in the southern end of South Beach.
Exactly, and the southernmost end.
You cannot go any further south than that on Miami Beach.
Right.
It is a beautiful location. I mean, I think if anyone is got some time tonight, it is a worthy cause. I think the event's going to be great. The location is phenomenal, and what a beautiful view from there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't, and we're going to have a very compelling video that we're going to show. It's a 3-minute video, and I think when people see that, they'll understand why we do what we do. Now,
again, the walk is Saturday morning, and how anytime you do a first-time event, it's a big mystery. You just don't know how it's all going to turn out. But I keep hearing rumors that it's looking pretty good, right?
It is. It's looking pretty good. It's our first one. We've learned a lot. Next year it's going to be better. And our intention is to grow this walk to all 67 counties and have it on the same day. So next year we'll expand a few more counties, and when we get the template down right, we'll then implement it throughout the remaining counties in the state.
Besides this Saturday morning, I know that you also have a gala that you do.
Yes, we're having a gala this year again. It's going to be at the Trump National Hotel on November 15th. We had it last year, and it was amazing. It's an amazing hotel. It was a beautiful room. We had Ivanka Trump appear on a video for us, and everybody had a great time. We had a little boy that we saved in the Safe Haven program. He came up and spoke. So that was very emotional, very moving.
Nick, what is now the number of babies that you've been able to save through the group?
213 precious lives have been saved in our program. 200 lives that now have a future to be all they can be. They're all with loving families, adopted.
I know that when I connected with you just a couple of days ago, today you were going to be, or are you in the process of helping another mom?
Yes, we were. We were, and we helped the mom. We helped her get some help, and then she was able to keep her child. So, and that's our goal. Our goal is to be able to get the mom help in the community in which she lives, and we do that quite often. And we network with many of the organizations in all of the counties.
Well, Nick, my friend, I know you've got a full day ahead of you here, and you're getting down close to the big event on Saturday morning. We're here. We support what you do. We applaud what you do, and I think we talk a lot about social responsibility. This is something that it is beyond the good cause, and because it comes from your heart, and I've seen you. The passion that you put behind this, and you transfer that enthusiasm and passion to all the wonderful volunteers, including Sally, who's here this morning. And whatever we can do to keep this front and center, we will continue to do that, Nick. And you've got our support.
So thank you so much, Pete. And your support is always so important. And Sally, thank you so much for what you do for Safe Haven.
It's the least we can do, my friend.
Big hugs for you, Nick. See you later tonight.
Okay, buddy. We'll see you tonight. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Again, a party to support a Safe Haven this evening, 6 to 8:30 p.m., Smith and Walensky in Miami Beach, South Point Park. It doesn't get any further south than that part. And just going to tell you a couple of things. The Smith & Walensky and General Manager Henry Delgado do invite you for a fun. This is going to be a fun event. This is not about... just, looking at all of this seriously, because we've got to have fun. There'll be food, drinks, entertainment, all to benefit a Safe Haven for newborns. There's going to be, of course, cocktails. There'll be some prizes as well that'll be helped and provided. So, again, tonight, Smith and Walensky, South Point Park, South Beach, 6 to 8:30 p.m., Come and join us tonight. You're going to have a great time for an amazing cause. All right, we're going to go now to our traffic break and Bloomberg update. But on the other side of that, we are going to be bringing on our executive coach, Sally Villalba, who is going to talk about 10 keys to a successful business plan. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz.
And now, WZAB traffic.
Delays due to a broken down car blocking the right lane on the Palmetto northbound at Northwest 154th Street. Also a crash blocking the left lane on the Turnpike Extension southbound approaching US 27, and delays on the Palmetto northbound between 75 and Ludlam Road. And in Broward County, a crash is now on the shoulder on 75 northbound at Royal Palm Boulevard. And that's your Miami area traffic.
All in together now. We can make it better now. Come on, can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. We rope it up, cause we know how to jump. We roll it out, cause we know how to skate. We'll cut it down, cause we know what to eat. We'll swap it out, we eat healthy stuff.
Just moving a little and eating better every day can help make you and your kids healthier. Search We Can online to find doable tips and activities that you can use every day. That's We Can, a message from the Ad Council, HHS, and NIH's We Can program.
Futures lower on Walmart earnings. From Bloomberg World headquarters in New York, I'm Courtney Donahoe. Walmart forecasting second quarter profit that missed analyst estimates. The company coping with slow store traffic in the U.S. and high operating costs overseas. CEO Doug McMillon has been trying to revive Walmart's U.S. same-store sales growth after lower food stamp payments and struggles to keep shelves fully stocked contributed to the decline. Stock futures moving a bit lower after the report as investors waited on reports on jobless claims and industrial production. The Nebraska Tourism Commission paid for months of research. More than 3,500 corporate leaders, potential visitors, and residents were interviewed. Today, the marketing campaign debuts. Visit Nebraska, visit nice. States hunting for the next Virginia's for lovers or Don't Mess with Texas budgeted more than $350 million last year for advertising and promotion, according to the U.S. Travel Association. But for every successful tourism slogan, about 20 fail. That's according to MediaPost.com. And that's a Bloomberg Market Minute.
They come to Miami by air, land, and sea. They are businesses of all sizes and in numerous sectors. Some have a local presence, others a global reach. What they all have in common is housing their business at Miami International Commerce Center, one of South Florida's largest industrial business parks with over 3.5 million square feet of flexible space to fit every business requirement. Miami International Commerce Center represents the ideal business address for freight, flex, and warehouse users. Conveniently located near Miami International Airport, Port of Miami, major thoroughfares, downtown, Miami International Commerce Centers. Grow your business with us. 305-590-1515.
Welcome back to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Welcome back, my friends, to the second half of the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz, the only all-business radio station in Miami. And, of course, heard around the world on 880thebiz.com. This program is sponsored by FIU College of Business, History Miami, and COFAS Credit Insurance. Before we move on to our Sally's Biz Tips, let me tell you a little bit about Bank United. At Bank United, they train hard every day to make sure that they provide their customers with a game plan that ensures their success. With a great team of professionals who are willing to go the extra yard, their home field advantage, and a winning attitude, there's no limit to how far you can go. Bank United is changing the game. So if you think your bank isn't producing wins for you, it's time to change to Bank United. Ranked 8th on Forbes magazine's list of best banks in America in 2013, and one of the largest independent depository institutions headquartered in Florida by assets, Bank United provides a wide range of commercial and consumer banking services. They also offer various residential mortgage lending programs. For more information, visit bankunited.com. Bank United North America, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Today's program, and not just today, but every day, is about making business happen. And one of the things that we do here all the time is provide you tips, business development tips. And all of us are grateful that we have a dynamic executive coach that comes here once a week and provides us with some amazing biz tips. That's Sally Villalba. And as you know, this segment is called Sally's Biz Tips. So welcome back to the show, Sally.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, a couple weeks ago, because we had a special Emerge America show last week.
Emerge America show. It was great.
You started to talk about the 10 keys to a successful business plan. And you went over the first 3. So I know you're anxious to recap that and then move on from there, because we all know that to have any successful business, sustainable long-term business, has got to start up with a plan, with a strategy. And I think these tips are incredibly valuable.
This is great. And actually, it piggybacks on Business Week, which is wonderful.
Small Business Week.
So we are just talking about entrepreneurs left and right, and this is great. So when you're starting a business, and honestly, to me, even if you have an existing business, it's always great to have a clear vision of your purpose and your goals. And so the best way to do this is through a business plan. It really is. And what is a business plan, you may ask? Okay, it's a written, organized layout for how you want your business to start, to perform, and to excel. It really, really, truly is. It's your GPS. It's your business GPS. That's the best definition I've come up with. And to recap what we did before, the points that we went over, why would you need a business plan? Really, there are basically three very, very important reasons why you would need one. You are either searching for an investor, you are applying for a business loan, or you're making any type of improvement to your existing business. So if you put that in perspective, you pretty much need a business plan for everything in your overall business need. Mm-hmm. The last time we touched on this, we did the first three keys for making a business plan, an effective one, actually. And I'll just recap very briefly on the first three. And you have the number one, it would be identify the need your business fulfills. Define the problem that your business satisfies. What is the problem? You're in the market to solve what issue? It's not because you have a good product and you know that you think that everybody's going to buy it. What kind of problem is it that you're solving? What issue you're solving? What is your value in the marketplace for that?
Why does someone need you?
Exactly. So if you're not sure about that, you have to rethink why you're launching yourself. But that is extremely important to know. Number two, clearly describe how you fulfill the need in the marketplace of this problem you're trying to solve. And this is a place where your mission statement goes. It's very, very important. So you list the objectives for the actions that your business addresses, the holes in the market. What are the holes in the market, and what does your business do to fill that hole in the market? Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, I've seen a lot of business plans throughout my history in lending and in banking, and people just don't tell you why they're in the market. And they always say my product is great, but they never tell you really why I would want to buy this product. It's not just because it's great. I'm really fulfilling a need, and this is how I'm fulfilling this need. It's crucial to say that.
A lot of times the question will come up, how can you help me? And you've got to be very, very clear about how you can help someone.
You need to be very specific.
Or not help them.
You need to be specific. I mean, clarity is key to everything that you do on your business. Not only for those customers, potential customers, it's for yourself, and it's for your employees, because they need to have a clear vision of where you're going. So that's really important. And number three, recognize how your business is unique. What are the advantages of your organization? How will it survive? What are the strengths and weaknesses of your competition? You need to know that.
Exactly.
How do you distinguish yourself from the rest? And why would X, Y, and Z company would want to actually invest in your company above somebody else? What makes you so special?
Well, we just talked with Dr. Weinstein from FIU, and one of the questions I asked him, well, what's different about the program that you have, the master's program in human resources? And FIU is very, very clear on what they offer and what their competitive advantages are. And so what you're referring to right now is what makes you unique, and what makes you different, and why should someone with that specific need in mind do business with you?
Correct.
So we've gone through we've reviewed the first three steps. Let's move on. I think you're going to go 4 through 7 today, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to make it really, really fast so we can go through it. Number 4, name your key stakeholders. What does this mean? Identify your management team, your board, your advisors, your consultants. Who are the people you're looking for either advice or to take key positions in your business that are going to help you go to where you want to go? That it is imperative that you should know. That's why your clear vision is important, and so is your mission statement. So you need to have a clear idea to identify them and have details of what their value is in your business.
You're right. So it's not just getting a group of advisors or people around you, but it's getting the right advisors.
Not necessarily because you've been best friends with your neighbor, it's going to be great.
Exactly.
But if that person is not going to give you the value added that you need for your business to grow and move forward, then lovingly say thank you, but I need to have the person that's going to help me right now.
With the same tips that you're just sharing right now, that potential advisor, a mentor, your immediate circle of people that will help guide your business, they have to be clear with you on the value that they bring. So we're talking about you and your business, but they need to be clear with you on how they can help you to grow your business.
It's all about clarity.
It's all about clarity.
It's all about clarity. Number 5, know the size of your market. Analyze the market conditions. How big is it? How much is it growing? How fast is it growing? And what is its profit potential? It's not enough to say, I'm going to target this group of people, but what is the market doing in itself? It's the target market, the size of your market. I mean, you really need to know where you're going. In this day and age, if you don't know, you're not going to grow, and you might stale or might fail. Wow, that even came out as a poem.
Let's write that down. That rhymes really, really cool. I love that. But I think the thing about it is that you need to know what your industry is doing, what the market is, the changes in the market, the demographics.
Yep.
It is a world where, and we've said this a lot before, we're living in a world of information overkill, and there's things that are changing very fast, technology driven, and you've got to keep up with that. You've got to know your industry and what's going on so that you can better serve the potential clients and also come up with new wrinkles in how you approach your market.
And not only that, because we have so much information, it's actually great because it's easier for us to be able to gather the information that we need for the potential market we want to reach.
Correct.
So if you don't know how to find out information about market, I mean, there's so many resources out there. I vouch for First Research. Mm-hmm. It has amazing information. It has key questions for key people in the different sections of a business that you can ask. Go to manta.com. I mean, there are really, really a lot of places you can find, but research. It's not only the target market of the people that are going to potentially buy your product or your service. It's also the whole market in itself. If the market is going down, you won't even want to go that way. I mean, find out what that section, what that market is doing, as well as the people that you're targeting to buy your products.
Okay, we're gonna go to a break now, but I want to continue with the next couple of points that are very important there. Before we go on, let me tell you all a little bit about History Miami. Explore the rich history of South Florida and the Caribbean at History Miami, a Smithsonian affiliate and one of the top regional history museums in the Southeast United States. View their current exhibitions, including Facing History and Ourselves, I Shook Up the World, and Some Like It Hot. The museum is in downtown Miami at 101 West Flagler Street and open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Sundays from noon to 5 p.m. Call them today at 305-375-1492 or visit historymiami.org for more information. We will be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz.
They come to Miami by air, land, and sea. They are businesses of all sizes and in numerous sectors. Some have a local presence, others a global reach. What they all have in common is housing their business at Miami International Commerce Center, one of South Florida's largest industrial business parks with over 3.5 million square feet of flexible space to fit every business requirement. Miami International Commerce Center represents the ideal business address for freight, flex, and warehouse users. Conveniently located near Miami International Airport, Port of Miami, major thoroughfares, downtown, Miami International Commerce Center. Grow your business with us. 305-590-1515.
Welcome back to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour, live from Miami, Florida on 880 AM The Biz and around the world on 880thebiz.com. Before we move on with Sally's Biz Tips, which this is an important one, the 10 keys to developing a successful business plan, which is if you don't have a business plan and you're starting a business, it's like being blindfolded. And you don't want that to happen to you. Before we move on, let me tell you a little bit about COFAS North America Account Receivable Insurance. If you've ever had a bad debt loss, you know it can wreck your bottom line. Say your company operates on a 10% margin and you have a $100,000 loss because a customer couldn't pay. You need an additional $1 million in sales just to recover. Now, how do you avoid this pain? Of course, with trade credit insurance from COFAS. COFAS Credit Insurance is an affordable way to protect your domestic and export accounts receivable. Use COFAS's expertise to extend credit safely and grow your business. For more information, visit their website, COFAS-South.com. That's COFACE-South.com, or call them at 1-888-483-8696. That's 1-888-483-8696. Okay, Sally, our executive coach, let's continue to coach our listeners on this really important topic of business plans. And we've been going through some different scenarios here. Let's continue with these ideas.
The first 4 keys are basically organizing your company and getting that clarity of who you are and where you want to go and who do you need to get you there. 5, 6, and 7 are basically just how do you target your market and how do you do this. So number 5, like we said, was know the size of your market. Number 6 is know who makes up your target market. Your marketing strategy should be clearly aimed at your target market. If it's not, you're actually wasting your time, your effort, and your money. Nobody wants to waste time, effort, or money, especially not money. So you need to be clear. It's all about clarity. You need to know who makes up your target market. And number 7, devise ideal promotional strategies. How are you going to reach that target market? It's very, very important. How are you going to get them? Where are you going to find them?
What's your approach going to be?
Correct. And your strategy should actually include ideal mediums that speak to those clients or potential clients, and where they gather their information and how to approach them in a way that your language speaks their language. Basically, the marketing strategy should be based on your clarity in where you want to go on your business. And the last 3 points are basically the financial part of the business plan. And we are going to touch that next week because we don't have enough time. And I really want to spend a little bit more time on that. One thing I do want to do is, if you permit me, is just have like a little recap.
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
Okay. Number 1, identify the need your business fulfills. Be clear. Number 2, clearly describe how this need is going to fulfill the need in the marketplace. So this is where your mission statement goes. Number 3, recognize how your business is unique. Why you and not somebody else? Number 4, name your key stakeholders. Who are the people that are going to help you get there? Number 5, know the size of your market. Number 6, know who makes up your target market. And number 7, devise ideal promotional strategies. And
very simple, to the point.
Very, very simple.
The
really.
challenge is implementing, taking it one step at a time. We're going to keep hammering these points every single day because it's so critical for the entrepreneur of today to really understand that beyond the passion and the dream and the excitement of the business, and of course, taking that courage to actually do it. Once you do it, then you want to have some structure. You want to have clarity, like you just mentioned.
Yep, that GPS that's going to take you to where you want to go.
And that GPS, my friends, is the business plan. And by the way, the business plan, it's not etched in stone. The business plan is the starter, and it has to be constantly revised based on the things that you just mentioned, the changes in the market, the demographics.
Correct.
You've got to go back and
today you might have an idea that you're saying, okay, my target is going to be $1 million in sales, and all of a sudden you want $5 million in sales. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
What is it going to take to go from $1 million to $5 million?
Correct. So you're constantly going to be changing for the better. And that's what the business plan is there for. It's to help you stay in the direction that you need to be at in order to start moving forward to where you want to go. And furthermore, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on your website so people can go and read it and just review it. And I don't know if I'm going to put it in the blog section or I'm going to put it somewhere, but I'm going to write this there because it's very important information to have handy. And I know that while you're driving, you can't be writing all these things down. That's why I mentioned it a couple of times. So it's important for you to see it. I'm going to put it on the website, either on the radio section or on the blog section. So please go to PeteDeLaTorre.com and look for it there. I will post it there just so you can have it as a refresher, because these are very, very important points to have to read and to review over and over again.
Well, once it's there, we'll let you know exactly where to look. But as Sally just mentioned, please visit the website. There's a lot of good information on the types of things that we do. And there's a section there that you can provide comments, questions
yes, please do.
On the radio show and some of the other things that we do. And along with that, we're very involved in social media. We've got a lot of presence. We'd love for you to like the Pete DeLaTorre Business Hour Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter. It's at Pete Radio Show, and connect with me on LinkedIn. Sally, how can the listeners connect with you? Because I know you're going to have a lot of people with some questions and they want to find out more. How can they do that?
Well, we have my phone number, 305-905-1164. My email address is info@discoveringyourpossibilities.com, and it's because we're discovering your possibilities in your business that you have, and we're going to do the best possible to help you get there. But also in PeteDeLaTorre.com website, you need to contact me. You can go through there, and pretty soon we're going to have some information on the mobile app.
Yes, absolutely.
So Pete DeLaTorre mobile app is going to have all these little goodies. So it's going to be it's fun. This is a fun ride. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff coming.
Oh my God,
keeping us really,
amazing.
Really working hard.
We and again, my friends, this show is about you. We're here. We have a responsibility to provide you with relevant, meaningful business tips, resources, information, and we're going to continue to do that. Don't forget, this is International Trade Month. So we have some exciting segments coming up. This coming Monday is going to be an amazing show. I'm honored to have here a very dear friend of mine, the newly appointed publisher of the Miami Herald, Alex Vilak, will be with us in studio to give us an update on the Herald. And right after that, one of the top movers and shakers in international trade, President and CEO of World Trade Magazine, Ken Roberts, will be here as well on Monday morning to talk more about international trade. So we want to thank you all for being with us today. Thanks to Dr. Marc Weinstein, FIU, Nick Silverio, a safe haven for newborn, and, of course, Sally Villalba, our executive coach, with her weekly Sally's Biz Tips. My friends, thank you so much for being with us. Remember, please, have a vision for tomorrow, but keep an eye on today. God bless.
Thank you for tuning in to the Pete DeLaTorre Business Hour, your home for late-breaking news on business opportunities and economic development in South Florida. Tune in again tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the Pete DeLaTorre Business Hour here on 880 a.m. The Biz.